Hello, everyone. This is Lisa Wozniak with Woz Marketing, coming to you with another fresh episode of Private Practice Owner of the Month. And today we are joined by Jennifer Tabor. Jennifer has had a tremendous amount of success in marketing her group practice. And as many of you know, the principles of marketing a group practice are vastly different than marketing a group or a solo practice. And wanted Jennifer to be able to share some of her tips and success in doing just that. So welcome, Jennifer. Thank you for agreeing to be here.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's absolutely our pleasure. So diving right in, I would love for folks to get an idea of what was going on in your group practice that made you want to adopt a new marketing principle to help you grow.
Sure. Well, I had decided to make the switch from being a solo provider to expanding to a group, mainly because it gets lonely in solo practice. And when I made that leap, marketing, really, or the non-marketing I was doing as a solo provider, just it wasn't generating enough referrals. Prior to reaching out and working on marketing stuff, it was word of mouth, it was referrals from other therapists, and that was enough to fill my schedule, but it wasn't enough to fill other people's schedules as well. So I needed to figure out some way to fill my therapist schedules so that they would stay with me and they would grow professionally with me and not seek out other opportunities.
So one of the things that I noticed that you do really well in your practice, among other things that you do really well, is blogging and social media. I noticed that those two areas seem to be really front and center in your group practice. And one of the things that I love, Jennifer, is that you have this approach that it's just a whole team approach where everybody in your practice is involved in the marketing of the practice. Can you talk to our viewers a little bit about how you adopted that mindset and some of the strategies that you put in place to execute that? Because I would imagine that takes quite a bit of organization.
Absolutely. Well, it actually came down to just simple delegation. It's a lot of work to run a practice, especially a group practice. And I think for a while that was very overwhelming to me to think about expanding marketing efforts beyond a website or beyond simple networking with other professionals. And I had this team of people who were on social media, who were interested in social media, had ideas about social media. And it just took me kind of turning over some of that responsibility and control. And I think the staff really embraced that because, I mean, who doesn't want to be a part of something bigger than themselves? And that kind of took a life of its own. So it was really just me saying, yeah, let's do it. And then they had the ideas and they were just given a platform and the permission really to take that away. So yeah, I think just using the resources, the people that were a part of my group, we are very collaborative. We are a team effort. And it wasn't all about me, and I wasn't just looking for clients for myself. I was trying to generate clients for my entire staff. So getting them involved and giving the social media a little bit of their flavors too, I think helped promote all the diversity of personalities we have here on our staff, which leads more clients.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I just, I really love the ownership that your team has taken on your marketing efforts. I mean, everybody just really seems to have a vested interest in the overall success of the practice, and that's just huge. So, I mean, you know, you got buy-in from everybody, and everybody's kind of taken ownership of their own little piece of that, and which really, Jennifer, is a testament to your leadership style, you know. And I think that when people think about their marketing efforts, particularly in a group practice, the leadership component of it is really huge, and it really goes hand in hand with the marketing end of it. And what I would love to know is what has been the difference that you've seen in your practice as a result of taking on these strategies?
I think the most important thing to me has been the overall well-being of my staff. I think, for therapists, I mean, this is our work, this is our profession, and our success in that profession really is based on, do we have clients? Do we have clients that are a good fit for us, that we can help the most effectively? And without the right marketing and the personalized marketing, you don't get those clients. So more so than just having the full waiting room, which it's always nice to look out into the waiting room and hear the noise and the chairs be filled and people be enjoying the space that we've been given. But more importantly, it's like that the staff is happy, that they enjoy being here, because it creates such a healthy environment for all of us. And then we can then extend that health to our clients.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know that your practice has grown considerably. I mean, the buzz that you hear about your practice on social media and just really online in general has grown by leaps and bounds. So congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
So what advice would you give, Jennifer, to another group practitioner who's maybe thinking about adopting some marketing principles to grow their practice? What advice would you give him or her?
Well, I would say take the risk, dedicate the time to it, because I always thought I didn't have the time for it. And like I said, of course, I've shared that responsibility, and that is helpful. I have a good, supportive team of therapists working with me. But I feel like the more time I've invested in all marketing efforts, but specifically social media, the more time I've had to see clients myself and to run the business, because the income generated from those marketing efforts then allows the growth of the business to hire supportive staff, office staff, that run all the details that used to consume me, that weren't the things that I really enjoyed. So now I'm able to focus more on the clinical supervision, the interacting with clients, and the parts that really bring me joy, which then just gives me the energy to run the practice all the more. So it feels like that initial hesitation to dedicate time and money to marketing was, but once I was able to invest that time and energy and in money, it's definitely paid off, and it's really helped.
That's really interesting. I love how you paint that picture of how it all came around full circle for you, and how you're investing the time and the energy in your marketing on the front end is really the catalyst that ended up giving you more time, space, and energy on the back end. That's really powerful. Good for you.
And I wouldn't have known that on the front end. I wouldn't have known that. But having experienced it, it's like, wow, that was really a good choice.
No, but it makes sense though, because a lot of people think about that when they think about undertaking a marketing challenge. Their knee-jerk reaction is, I don't have the time, right? Because we're all running busy practices and, taking care of payroll and insurance and all that other sort of fun stuff. Who has the time, right? So your knee-jerk reaction is, I don't have the time to do this, so I'm not going to do it. But it's by devoting the time that it ends up giving you the time and the space on the other side of it, because of all that. That's fantastic. Good for you. That's great. Yeah. So listen, Jennifer, for people who would like to learn a little bit more about your journey with marketing and your group practice, how can they reach you?
Well, the easiest way is by email. And my email is Tabor, Tabor, therapygroup@gmail.com. They can also find us on our website, which is www.tabortherapygroup.com.
And the social media sites that you're currently on?
We are currently on Instagram and Facebook.
Fantastic. And LinkedIn, right?
And LinkedIn, yes.
There you go. Well, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to meet with us today so that we can learn about some of the successes that you've had with your marketing and your group practice, and the tips that you've provided along the way are absolute gold. So thank you so much for that. And thanks for being with us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
So, folks, again, this is Lisa Wozniak with Woz Marketing on another episode of Private Practice Owner of the Month with Jennifer Tabor. Wishing you a great day and helping you navigate your yellow brick road. Have a great day, everyone.